Hello there and welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to be creating an eye look using an eyeshadow palette that I was not sure whether to keep or not. So to cut a long story short, I was recently filming a eyeshadow declutter video, which I will link to that video down below if you want to check it out. I feel like a salesperson just then, like I did, and I don't like feeling like a salesperson, but I did. That's the reason why I never say subscribe to my channel or like the video, because I feel like it's a bit beggy, and I don't feel comfortable with that. But anyway, I felt like a salesperson saying I'll link to the video if you want to check it out. I mean, back off, Anwen, back off, girlfriend. Literally, they just came here to see a look. Don't be trying to do add-on sales. But anyway, guys, so in that video, I was perusing over an eyeshadow palette and I was thinking, should I keep it? Should I not? I think it looks really beautiful, but I've not used it in ages and I just don't ever reach for it. So then I just decided, right, okay, just to be thorough and to make sure that I'm not going to get rid of a palette that actually is really, really good just because I've forgotten how good it is. I'm going to film a video just like trying it out again and doing an eye look. And if I don't like it after this video, then it's definitely leaving. There's not going to be any more chances she will be gone. But you never know, I may love her and she may become like my new favourite, like everyday palette. So the palette that we're going to be trying today is this one. It looks really, really beautiful. I love the whole design. It's very kind of oldie worldy, and the kind of font on the side, it just makes me think of like Lord of the Rings or like even Harry Potter. You've got some phoenixes on the back. This is what she looks like inside. Unfortunately, this shade in the middle, it suffered some kind of incident, so it is a little bit crumpled, which is a shame, but I'm not going to lose any sleep over it, in all honesty. The palette looks really beautiful, and that's why I was like umming and ahhing about throwing it away, because there's lots of like shades in this palette that just like draw my eye to them, like this beautiful kind of midnight blue metallic, this beautiful kind of navy blue metallic, the purple, this orange, just there's so many shades that I love, but for some reason I never reached for this palette. I also do not know who this palette is actually made by. I know that UCANB do sell this on their official store, but nowhere upon its person does it say anything about UCANB, and I've got a feeling that UCANB did not make this palette. I just think they're a distributor for the palette, so it's unknown who made this absolutely beautiful palette. If I'd made this palette, my name would be at the top. It really would. It maybe kind of intertwined with the birdcage. I would have my name probably all over the palette, but I mean, maybe it's because it's shit, the quality's shit. Maybe it just looks great, but the actual product inside is shit. But anyway, we're going to find out. I'm just going to dip in, I'm going to create a look, and then we can see at the end of the video, like, do I keep it, do I not? Also, I was applying a bit of highlight this morning, and I actually think that the brush that I used to apply the highlight had some peach eyeshadow on it or something, because can you see it looks like I've just got like some peach on my face, and I definitely did not consciously and intentionally want to have peach on my face today. So I don't know what's happening with that, but can we just pretend that that's not happening, and then I'll cover it up with some faux freckles later. I mean, really. Okay, so I've just popped off some swatches so that you can have a little look in more detail at the shades. I am extremely impressed with, well, not just the way that these are swatched, but just how pigmented they are, how beautiful the metallics look. You've definitely got a few different formulas. The midnight blue one is kind of like a topper shade. It's fairly sheer. The same with this purple kind of metallic. But then you've got this beautiful kind of opaque, creamy, pigmented rose gold. The blue is delicious. You've got a very, very kind of sheer, champagne-y situation, which reminds me very much of Eyeshadow from one of my Natasha Denona. I say one of my, as if I've got like a collection of Natasha Denona palettes, but it reminds me a lot of a Natasha Denona shadow. I think everything looks really, really beautiful. Yeah, I can't wait to get into the look. I'm actually filming this after I've filmed the look, but let's pretend I've not. So yeah, can't wait. Okay, so to begin the look today, I'm going to go in with this beautiful orangey kind of yellow shade. It really has grabbed my attention and I have to just give this one a go. It also has tiny little glitters in it. I'm not quite sure if you are going to be able to see or not, but there's definitely some element of like sparkle going on. So I'm going to be applying that all up in my crease and kind of up to my brow bone. Just to let you know as well, I have applied an eye primer today, so my eyes are primed. Yeah, I literally have no memory whatsoever of having ever used this palette, which is not good. You know, it's, to me, that is a sign that I probably did not love it, because if I had loved it, I definitely would have been using it more. I mean, I feel like I would have remembered it, but I just didn't. That shade has, you know, gone on nicely. It's pigmented, it's quite vibrant and bright, but I've got a feeling that the more that you blend it, it is going to look a little bit faded. Okay, so I'm just going to keep building this up. I'm just kind of patting it on to begin with, so that we can kind of lay the pigment down. Using small circular motions, I'm just blending it out. I mean, yeah, I don't really have any complaints. I think it looks nice. It's definitely easy to work with and it's pigmented, like we can see her. So I think I like her, unless she does something sneaky and I change my mind. But so far, so good. And I think she's really complimenting the yellow theme today. I'm in all yellow because the sun has decided to join us here in Manchester. So, oh my gosh, I just had to wear yellow and colour and my big dingly dangly earrings and just feel fabulous. Oh my gosh, I felt fabulous today at the park. Maybe a little bit overdressed, but normally I'm just hanging about in leggings that have multiple food stains on them that I've been wearing for 5 days. So it's nice to, you know, actually give a shit about what I wear and how I look. Okay, so I've applied the orange shade and I actually think it looks really good. I did dip in 2 or 3 times to build up the pigment, but it just blended out beautifully and I actually have no complaints at all. So we are going to move on, and the next shade I am going to apply will be, oh my gosh, this is a tough choice because although I love all the different shades in the palette, I don't actually love them all together because I'm seeing a lot of contradicting shades, like, and I'm finding it tough to think, oh, what would I go in with next? And that could just be down to me being a fuckwit, possibly. But yeah, I'm just struggling because there's no obvious, like, oh yeah, let's go in with this, like, warm tone brown in the corner. Or let's go in with a, you know, darker kind of orangey shade or peach or green. I don't know. I'm just, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to go in with Sparrow because actually that I've just noticed that's a warm tone brown and I completely missed it before. And also there is this shade that is an obvious choice, you know, all 3 of these shades, or 4, or 5. Actually, if you look at this palette in like rows, the rows do complement each other. Like each row going down could actually be like a little palette in itself, which I like. Okay, anyway, enough about me reorganizing the palette. Okay, so I've got some of Sparrow on my brush and I am, I've got 2 mirrors here. Well, one is like a super magnifying mirror and then the other one's a normal mirror. Whenever I look in the super magnifying mirror, it just freaks me out. But okay, so I'm going to just pop Sparrow in the inner corner. Pigmentation is good. Like, it's good. I have no complaints yet. So I think that that shade really complements the orange shade that we applied first, and it's kind of blending over it beautifully. Again, it's very pigmented and I'm really liking it. Oh yes. Ooh. Okay, so I really love that warm chocolate brown. I just think it blended so beautifully and it looks really good against the orangey shade. So I am going to take that under the eye as well. Oh my gosh, so this, the chocolate brown shade has my heart. I'm a huge fan of a chocolate brown shade. I think every palette should have a chocolate brown shade, whether it be with warm undertones or cool undertones, because I just think you always need one, always. And this is one of the best chocolate brown shades I've ever tried. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's such a dream to blend. It just blends effortlessly. I wonder why I have not used this palette. Why? Maybe the metallics are going to be a bit shit. I don't know, but oh my gosh, this is beautiful. Okay, so next I'm going to create a little bit of a cut crease. I don't think I'm going to do a whole cut crease. I just want to do like a little spotlight eye kind of cut crease situation. Although I'll probably end up faking it up, making it far too big, and it will end up with a whole eyelid cut crease. So let's just see what happens, guys, because I have no idea. I have an idea, but whether that will come to fruition or not, we just don't know. And it very rarely does. So look, I feel like Horsey is just like mocking me there. He's behind me saying it will not come to fruition. She always has these crazy, wacky ideas. They never work. He's seen it all back there. He sees everything. He knows the truth. He knows. She always has a plan, but she always manages to fake it up. Like, he's my biggest judge. Just Mr. Horse. Unicorn, sorry, I should say unicorn. He'll be angry if I call him a horse. He doesn't like that. He says, no, I'm a unicorn, not just a horse. I have a fucking horn. Okay, so as predicted by me and Unicorn, I did end up doing the full eyelid crease because I just can't help myself. It's kind of like when I do eyeliner. I want to do like a discreet, gentle, like subtle little wing, and it goes wrong and it ends up being like the biggest, most dramatic effect up wing ever. So that's just me. So anyway, I've done the cut crease. So now I have to try and decide which metallic do I want to put on the lid. I think today I may go in with the shadow that's kind of shattered because I kind of feel sorry for it. So this is the most beautiful kind of like, it's like a rose gold shade. It's called Shurike. I don't know, it's a crazy name, but I'm going to be using that today. I just think the warm glow of it will work really, really well with the rest of the look. So I am actually going to use, I'm just going to use like my finger to apply. So I'm just going to pop that on. This is quite a creamy kind of shadow. It's really, really nice. Look at that. Oh my gosh, that's so gorgina. This is so gorgina. I'm so happy I picked this shade. A lot of the time, I do end up regretting the metallic that I select to, you know, pop on the lid. But with this one, I think it's the perfect choice. I'm going to just give myself a massive pat on the back in a minute. I'm not. Maybe a horse could do it. Oh, unicorn, sorry. Unicorn. Maybe unicorn. Horse. No, unicorn. Oh my gosh, even I'm getting confused now. Maybe he who knows best, who sits behind me, could do it. Look at that. Oh God, why did I never use this palette? Oh my gosh, I actually want to buy this palette. Not just buy it. I want to own it. I want to pretend I made it. And I want to put my name on it. And pretend that I did everything. I'm the mastermind behind this palette, guys. Oh, could you imagine? It's beautiful. Look at that. Whoever did create this palette, like, why would you not want to put your name on it and let everyone know? Because this is quite literally, Shania Twain, if my mirror doesn't fall off the table, like, this is quite literally one of the best palettes I've ever tried. It's so gorgina, and needless to say, I am not getting rid of her. She is staying, and definitely not going to help my ratios of makeup that I'm actually decluttering. But she's gorgina. She's so beautiful. So, oh my gosh, I love her. I'm going to just finish off by putting my mascara on. I may even pop some beautiful, like, whimsical falsies on. I'm going to do my lips and everything else, and I'll be back to show you the final look. But oh my gosh, this palette, she's staying. She ain't going anywhere, guys. No, she ain't. Okay, so I've finished it. Oh, no, I've not. I didn't put any blush on. Do I need blush? Yeah. Oh, my gosh, you always need blush. Okay, let me just pop a little bit of blush on. Today, I am going to be using the Here's Beauty Naked in the shade Angelica. So I'm just going to pop just a little whimsical pop just on the tops of my cheeks there, because let's face it, I've already got some peach up there anyway, so why not add an intentional bit of peach? Okay, so we'll put that on. Great. Okay, Right, now, do I need more highlighter? Yes, we always need more highlighter. So, for highlighter, I'm going to be using my very favourite by Ofra, which is Rodeo Drive. Okay, so now I am really back and happy with everything. So, oh my gosh, guys, I think it's kind of clear to see at this point that this palette is amazing. And even as I was like finishing off the look and popping on my falsies, I was just mesmerized by the shades in the palette. The reason why I was kind of questioning it was just simply because I'd had it at the back of my makeup drawer for so long and I just had never touched it. And at one point I even had it on the back of one of my like circular shelves because I was kind of, maybe I just got me distracted with the idea of like displaying it over actually using it, which is quite possible. I can feel Unicorn mocking me again in the back, just saying yes, she does that kind of thing all the time. The superficial little twat. As I was like looking at the palette, I was just thinking of all the other looks I really want to create with it. I want to use the blue. I want to use these beautiful kind of mauvey pinks, champagnes at the bottom. I even want to use this rather extravagant orange. So I am going to be keeping the palette. I'm going to be doing more looks with it, and I'm so happy that I didn't just decide to throw it away because I hadn't used it. And this is kind of like a lesson for me now in my future declutter videos, that if there's a product that I'm unsure of, but I'm unsure simply because I've not used it in ages, but I can't really remember when I did try it, and if the shades look really beautiful, then I'm just going to try it. Yes, okay. So anyway, guys, I really hope that you've enjoyed the video. This is the final look. I hope that you can see it behind the epic falsies, but I really wanted some like whimsical kind of falsies going on today. But oh my gosh, guys, I am so happy with everything. Like, and I would definitely recommend this palette. You can buy it from the You Can Be official store, and the price fluctuates, I've noticed, but it does tend to be around the £8 mark, and I think for £8 it's a bargain. Like, really, she is a bargain. So anyway, guys, I am going to go now, but I hope that you have a lovely rest of the day, and I hope to see you in the next video.